Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm playing a series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there and try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Despite the fact that this review will likely not get very many views, I'm doing it anyway, because I'm a rebel like that. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it? I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my my cold shirt. Specifically from their Year of the Spider Anniversary tour, which is a very good tour. If you're unfamiliar with the band Cold, they've been around for quite a while. Actually got started, I believe, in the late 80s. Originally, they went by the title Grundig. Eventually transferred into Cold, and then that's been their moniker ever since. I've been following these guys since like early high school. Really big fan of their work. I kind of faded out on them for a while because they went on like an extended hiatus, but then like back in like maybe like 2018 or something like that, they decided to come back, and I've been seeing them live basically every year since then that I've been able to. I actually have videos of those performances on my channel, in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'll be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're incredible. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why do I think that this review will not get very many views? Well, folks, that's because I'm reviewing, boom, Bodyarmor Chill Frozen Cherry Flavor Sports Drink. Now, here's the deal. These chill things are new from Bodyarmor, right? So I figured I'd pick them up. They'd be good for reviews, because typically new items, I've reviewed two others of these. There's like a cherry version and a berry version that I've already reviewed. Oh, not cherry. I forget what the other one was, but whatever. I reviewed two of the other flavors, and like nobody cares about Bodyarmor. But at the end of the day, I already bought it anyway, so I mean, I might as well do it, and because hey, screw it. Regardless of how many views my videos get, I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do. But let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. We'll go ha 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 ha. Let's try out some frozen cherry. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I tend to like I like cherry flavored things in general, but I definitely like cherry flavored sports drinks. I'm a big fan of those. Probably the one that immediately comes to mind is the 7-Eleven brand. Their white cherry. I like to grab that one pretty frequently. Uh, yeah, this one does a good job of it. I will say, and it's just strictly from an aesthetic point, I appreciate the fact that it's actually red, because for some reason, most cherry flavored sports drinks that I've run into use white, or use like clear or white, as the basis. It's always like white cherry or, something like that. Even Starbucks, I did a review of one of their refreshers, and it was like a white cherry refresher, and it's like, I'm guessing it's to differentiate it from like fruit punch and stuff, but I don't know. But anyway, um, yeah, it's pretty tasty. It's sweet. Bodyarmor uses like coconut water as a base, so it does have a tinge of that. It's not too bad though. Like, I'm not really a coconut water fan, but I can still get along with Bodyarmor pretty well, because it's kind of more of an undercurrent kind of deal. So I can live with it. I don't feel like it takes away too much from anything else. The cherry flavor is pretty solid. It's sweet, but not like crazy sweet or anything. It's not bad. It drinks nicely. I actually woke up like maybe like half an hour ago, which usually I try not to do reviews that early after I wake up because I'm usually a little bit wonky out of it. But I wanted to get something to drink that would hydrate me since I'd been asleep for a while. I figured we'll get this in. We'll deal with the wonkiness. But yeah, that's not bad. I wouldn't say it's anything to write home about. There's kind of a there's sort of a aftertaste. I'm guessing it's I'm not sure if that's from the coconut water or if it's from like the rest of the flavoring. It does get to kind of a point where like I don't know, it breaks up the flavor. And it kind of takes on this like weird sort of tinge to it that I'm not a big fan of. But it's relatively fleeting, so it's not too terrible to deal with. Right there. Yeah, it takes on kind of an extra tanginess, I guess. But it kind of goes a little bit too far with it, in my opinion. It almost risks becoming like slightly bitter. But it's okay. None of these chill things have been like, you know, fucking home runs for me, but they've all been decent. They've all been solid for what they are. Like I said, nobody seems to give a shit about them when I post them on or online. But okay. Two questions have to be asked though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Ah, maybe on occasion, and sure. So here's the thing. For me, like I said, I like cherry sports drinks. Um, so that kind of puts this one in a unique position compared to like the others that I reviewed because like this is one where it has like very direct competition, you know. So it's like it's not just a question of would I get this just because it's a question of would I get this in place of, right? The reality is I wouldn't get this in place of the 7-Eleven one. I wouldn't get it in place of Gatorade. I wouldn't get it in place of Powerade. It's not bad though. It's just for me personally. Part of it is the coconut water aspect. Even though again it's not particularly egregious, coconut water is not my thing. So if it's there, if I have to deal with it on any level, it's going to be slightly off-putting for me. Plus, again, I don't like the where they took the tanginess. Like I said, it was again just almost risks becoming a little bit bitter. There's definitely ones that I prefer, but I don't think that it's a bad product. And I maybe would grab it again. Probably not, but that's why if I'm recommending it, really what it comes down to is, quite frankly, are you a Bodyarmor fan? Um, for me, like Bodyarmor is never my first choice when it comes to any of their flavors. Typically speaking, I'll do the 7-Eleven stuff, I'll do Gatorade, I'll do Powerade. Bodyarmor is a very, very distant, I guess fourth place technically, right? I certainly don't hate their products or anything. I think they're fine, but they're not what I go for in a sports drink. That said, they're obviously clearly successful, so, although apparently not successful enough for people to fucking give a shit about my reviews of them. Fair. Um, that's why, yeah, for me personally, it's like, if I'm going to recommend it, it's like, if you like Bodyarmor, this is a decent Bodyarmor flavor to go off of. It's got a decent cherry flavor for what it is, although, again, I don't particularly like the aftertaste aspect of it. Um, worst case scenario, it's not a bad cherry sports drink. I don't think it's anything amazing, but if you already like Bodyarmor and what it brings to the table, it might be something to go off of. 5 things before you get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there episodes of truly cherry-tastic rest of your life. Because cherry's wonderful. It's not quite as good as pineapple, but it's still pretty damn good. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal take on Bodyarmor? You know, is it like your go-to sports drink, or is it more like with myself where it's kind of there, but... Because I don't know, like, and I've never, not to knock the product, I've never really known anybody who's like a big Bodyarmor fan. I've known people who are big Gatorade fans, I've known people who are Powerade fans. I've never met anybody who, like, that's their go-to sports drink. But I'm sure that they exist, you know, because again, it's certainly a popular product line. It's just, at least in my little part of the world, I don't know. It seems like they take up a lot of space in, like, convenience stores and gas stations for what they seem to actually output. But I don't know. Anyway,